Time in YouTube, and welcome back to another battle for the CBA. This week we are taking on TJ, well in this case Rubylocks, or Lady Eon, and the Anaheim Mighty Golducks. I said it in the pregame, but if those of you who don't watch it just come out to the games, the Dual Roxas, or TJ, the person who coaches the Mighty Golducks, actually has pulled out of the tournament for reasons not needing to be stated. So unfortunately we did technically not have a game go up this week. I am granted a 3-0 victory regardless of what this match happens, but for you guys I wanted to get a game up, showcase, hey look, this is what his team was, this is what could have happened. And Lady Eon said, sure, I'm gonna play this game out, we're gonna have a good time. And so here we are, ready to go for week number 6 of the CBA. So we're getting down there. I think we've got 5 more weeks left of the regular season before playoffs, and I'm pretty sure at this point I've guaranteed my spot, so I'm happy about that. But with this though, I'm bringing Jolteon, Gourgeist, Hydreigon, Mew, Donphan, and Tornadus, so we are ready to go. We're going to accept this challenge, and into the battle we go. So we see that she brings a Togekiss, Amoonguss, Uxie, Megaladios, Aurorus, and Umbreon. So we need to capitalize on the fact that I think the Uxie is going to be the lead. No ground type. Aurorus is a rock type, so I can capitalize on Jolteon being pretty good here. In fact, that might be the way I want to lead. I'm going to lead Jolteon. I can capitalize and try and take out the Uxie if that is their lead. It also can do some damage to the Amoonguss. If there's a Togekiss in the front, I might just Volt Switch and go for some major damage. And the Umbreon really isn't too scary to me at the moment. The only thing I really need to watch out for is the Megaladios. There is a possibility that it has... I'm forgetting the name of the move, but it takes your stats, so your stat changes. So like if I Dragon Dance, it will get the Dragon Dance, so I gotta be careful for that. I do apologize, I do not remember the move off the top of my head, but if she is running it, she will use it. I am not setting up the timer though. Lady Eon is known for taking her time. Sometimes her plays are very important. I have a lot of mons that I could lead with here. 5 of my 6 mons could be leads, so we do see Littlefoot here, and I am just going to Volt Switch out of here. It is the smart play here. She's most likely going to try and set up Stealth Rocks, which is fine. Most likely going to try and set up Stealth Rocks. Littlefoot, the name is homage to A Land Before Time. It's a nice name. I like it. I like it. I did not carry the... if I carried the Hidden Power Fighting here, that would have been actually kind of clutch. I never thought of that. Most of the mons that Hidden Power Fire is used for isn't here. She is switching. I do get a Volt Switch off. Tons of damage here. My play. Your max speed is 317, and you're definitely invested. You may not be invested, but I don't want to use Mew just yet. I think my best play is to go into Arachi and get myself initiative. Now she could switch into Togekiss here on the, but at the same point, it wouldn't really be the biggest concern. It wouldn't be the biggest concern. Do I U-turn though? I have a speed of 442. I definitely outspeed this thing. This thing is probably going to want to set up some hazards, whether it be Stealth Rocks or screens. Or it might set up a really cool thing for something else. I'm not sure. Uxie is really good for that. I do not want to go for Outrage. I think my play is just to simply U-turn out and hope for the best. I can go back into Jolteon again if I need to. But I am looking to keep my initiative here. she definitely needs to switch, because a crunch should be able to knock that thing out. It is a stab crunch from an Orochi. Hydreigon is pretty strong on both sides, whether it be physical attacker or special attacker. It does not want to take the... Uxie does not want to take this. It does not. Even the U-turn, if she stays in, is going to do a pretty decent amount of damage. Uxies, I do believe, run mostly special, usually, or like specially defensive. But then again, I could be wrong. She could be defensive. Look at my Gourgeist, for instance. It is more of a special wall in this case, which might be actually a benefit, because most of her attackers are all special. Oh. But, what do you guys think so far of the CBA? Have you guys been enjoying it so far? We are going to go right back into... I'm going to go into Ramu. I expect the Stealth Rocks here. Thunder Wave! We get a Volt Absorb off! That is beautiful! This time around, I'm going to go for the Signal Beam. Beautiful play. We got a great counter there. That U-turn was amazing. We got a ton of damage off on Naru. And we managed to stop a Thunder Wave from coming our way. I had a feeling she had a trick up her sleeve. Great play, though. Thankfully, I was Scarfed. It definitely helped my Hydreigon there. Definitely kept myself a little bit higher in the pacing. And I was able to get out of that Thunder Wave. I did not want to take that. Now, this Signal Beam will hit 3, maybe 4 of her Mons. So this Signal Beam is gonna hurt. It is a Specs, and she brought a lot of Mons weak to Bug. Again, I'm not too sure on Amoonguss because of the Poison typing. I know the Grass portion of it's weak to Bug. I'm not sure about the Poison if Poison resists, which would make it a neutral hit. That's why I'm only saying 3. I know Megalodios is weak to Bug. I know Uxie is weak to Bug. Umbreon's weak to Bug. Aurorus isn't. Togekiss isn't. She's in a bad position, I'll give her that. She does switch into the Amoonguss, and I get a Signal Beam off here. Unfortunately, I do have to switch, and I am going to go right into Jack, because he is our counter for these things. More Lull Senior in reference to the newly... goes for the Sludge Bomb, which is great, but I am specially defensive. So I do want to Will-O-Wisp here. Get some stacking damage on this Amoonguss. It'll be very good for us to get that. And I know it's running the Rocky Helmet. I know it's running the Rocky Helmet for my physical Mons. Thankfully, I'm not running too many physical. Scratch that. Half my team's physical. Either way. We missed the Will-O-Wisp as she goes for a Sludge Bomb. No Poison, which is nice. I do believe I have to go for a Synthesis here, though. Maybe she'll switch. Maybe she'll think the Will-O-Wisp is coming. Switch into something that she doesn't want that to go off, and maybe I'll get a free Synthesis. I do. I get a free Synthesis off, which is nice. And, because she would have gone for the Synchronize there, which is actually really nice. What do I do here? Foul Play is not going to do much. Actually, my attack's still pretty high. What do you go for here? I'm thinking of going into Iago and going for a U-turn. That's my play. See what happens here. Gets a Foul Play off. 46%. That's a lot of damage. I should be faster than you. Oh, I'm definitely faster than you. I will be going for a U-turn. This way I can get some super effective damage off onto the Artemis and get my Regenerator boost back. The Foul Play would have done a ton of damage to Gourgeist, and I'm glad I got out of there. I am glad I got out of there, because that would have done a lot. Being physically offensive and being a Ghost type would have done a ton. I think I may have lost Gourgeist. But thankfully I got out of there. Iago's attack is still pretty high, so he did get quite a bit of damage off there. Rubylock is still putting on tons of pressure. Tons of pressure. I need to be very worried about this. Depending on how this plays out, though, I might be okay. She should not be faster than me. There's no way an Umbreon's scarfed. And I am what? I'm Leftovers variant. I gotta always remember what my team is. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I know my team. Don't get me wrong, I built it. But sometimes it's nice to just double check on what you actually put on them. Because sometimes you forget. And sometimes that forgetfulness can lead you to losing a game. And I don't want to lose this game. Again, even though this is a fun match, I'm not the type to lose. I don't like losing. Nobody likes losing. Let's be honest here. When you play a game of Pokemon, you go for the win. Or something really weird that at least makes you memorable. Rubylox isn't the case. She's legit in this to win it. She may have gone for another foul play, but I'm going to go into Ramu here. My attack is very low. Goes for a Wish, so she is going to Baton Pass out into something here. So, my play, who is weakened here? Either way, she does not want to take a Signal Beam. Artemis doesn't want to take it. Uxie definitely doesn't want to take it. If she goes for the Protect, it'll be to heal Artemis. But she might switch or Baton Pass into the Uxie. But I am faster. I think Jolteon at this point is faster than all her Mons. I'm not sure on the Latios. I might be wrong on the Latios. I don't know why Jolteon is so low tier. I really don't. It's amazing. Its move pool may not be the best. We got a crit, but we did not take it out. We did get Toxic. We do get to go for another Signal Beam here. I haven't got a choice. I know I'm not going to knock this thing out because that was a crit. But she does not want to stay in here, and this is going to force it out. This is going to force it out. I could predict. I'm not going to switch now, but I could predict a potential Mon she could go into, knowing that I'm going for a Signal Beam here. But at the same point, it is just safe to go for the super effective hit. She goes into the Amoonguss, and boom. I will be going for the switch here, but who do I go into? I can go into Iago here. Sludge Bomb does quite a bit of damage. I'm going to give it that. But I can go for a Heat Wave. Heat Wave's the best play? Heat Wave's the best play. At least I believe so. I went for U-turn last time. So this time I'm going to try and go for a kill. I'm not too threatened by the Black Sludge. The Sludge Bomb. It did 32% last time. I'm still at 67. I don't think even at a crit that will knock me out. I could be wrong. But Iago should be fine. I can switch out and get my Regenerator boost back. Get a lot of my HP back, which would be great. Same goes for Morlul though. Morlul Senior is able to regenerate all its HP back based on what's going on. So it's not the end of the world there. We're both in about the same position where we're using our regenerators to kind of scope out and get a better position. And right now, I think we're tied. Like we're legit, both 67%. I'm faster, so I'll get an Air Slash off and potentially flinch, which is really good. I'm not going for Air Slash, I'm going for Heat Wave. But either way, depending on what she brings in, this is going to be a decent attack, and then I can go for a U-turn after to get myself into initiative. She could be going for a Spore, which would be really bad for Iago. Actually, now that I'm thinking of it, that's probably a really bad thing, because I can't wake up. I have nothing to wake me up from the Spore. So here's hoping that the Heat Wave will knock out Morlul. Morlul. What a name. What a name. Some of the new names for Pokemon have been very entertaining. I do like Wishiwashi's name. I like Wishiwashi in general. I like the ability. I'm not sure how it works just yet. I know the fact that, you know, his ability will change him into the new school form, but I'm not too sure what stage it has to be at for that to actually happen. So that's kind of cool. What are your guys' new favorite mons that have been revealed for Sun and Moon? I really like the Sandcastle. I love Alolan Raichu. There's a lot of really neat stuff that's coming out that's just making the game look more and more hype as it's getting revealed. I know another YouTuber was just mentioning recently that Dragonite and Zubat were mentioned on the Pokemon Twitter, so they're thinking that might have something to do with it too. 24% to the Togekiss, and at this point, I need to get out of here. Now, you are definitely not faster than me, so I can safely go for a U-turn. The question is, who do I go into? At this rates, I might want to go into Donphan, but at the same point, I don't know. Togekiss is just one of those mons that's really hard to deal with. I do have the Assault Vest, so I can go into Luxon. Luxon doesn't have too high of a play here. That's a lot of damage. I am going to go for a knockoff here. That is the best play. If she switches, she must be expecting the Stone Edge, because I needed something to counter the Togekiss, and I did not bring it on this thing. Whoops. But a knockoff is going to hinder one of her mons bad anyway. Even if it's the Latios. Latios does not want to take a knockoff from a Luxodon, and then I can follow up with an Ice Shard after. So, even if it's the Togekiss, though, I can get rid of those leftovers, which is going to be great! Like I said, her playstyle is definitely more view everything, check and make sure my best play is to do this. Whereas you can definitely see with mine, I have a general idea what play I need to do, what I need to do. Sometimes that is the biggest mistake though. Make sure to, depending on who you are, make sure to look over all your options. Lady Aeon does a fantastic job of playing because she looks over everything first before making a choice on her attack or play or whatever she's doing. Mine, it's like, oh, this is what I'm doing. Grass Knot, I live it! I am living! And I am getting out of there. I can go back out into Iago. Because I am not letting Luxodon go down like that. No. Luxodon might be able to come in handy in a bit. I have no way to baton pass to it, I'll admit. But that's not, I don't have a way to heal it. But it's good death fodder for later. And she might be going for the Grass Knot again. Goes for the Dazzling Gleam, which is a lot of damage. I simply just want to go for the Air Slash. Iago's got to counter this thing. Iago's got to do the damage here. As much as Jolteon will do the work, this thing is fast. Flinch! We've got a flinch! That is beautiful. We are now out of range of the Dazzling Gleam, which is nice. Do I go for another Air Slash? I'm gonna go for it. I'm going for it, guys! I'm going for it! Question is, will we get another flinch? We're playing Serene Grace Togekiss here, and the likelihood is we're not gonna get it. But I want to get it, because that would be actually kind of hysterical that we're getting the flinches against it. Kind of the oxymoron of that battle. Iago puts in a ton of work, though. And as you can see, like, its longevity is amazing with that regenerator. She might have to switch here. Mind you, it only took 26% off of the last hit. This would put her at 18%? So 2-hit KO still at this point. But if I get a flinch, that will be in Oko range, in knockout range. And she does not want to lose this Togekiss just yet. But we're turn 16 in, and we are currently 6-6. This is insane, guys. This is insane. So, it's a tough match. Again, she is probably one of my toughest opponents in this league, and I'll be playing her last week. My record, based on how my battle roster, how my schedule goes is I actually played the people at the bottom of last season, and I go all the way to the top. So anybody who was like in our top 4, I play last. So they're already ready with their teams. I've been prepared with my team, so the battles are going to be actually pretty intensive and pretty exciting. Again, she's not playing the team that she chose. She is playing another man's team. She just picked it up and she's going with it. This is so far working out pretty good. It'll be interesting to see what she does next, though. I did get lucky with that air slash. She probably was going for a paralysis, which, now that I'm thinking of it, I should not have stayed in. I could have gone with the Dawn Fan or the Jolteon switch here. Again, this is why you take a few seconds and think of your moves. I did get the air slash, and I got another flinch! Holy, that is awesome! 30% chance? Yes, please! Air slash. There's no reason not to. I know that thing will get knocked out here. She switches, goes into Amoonguss. I missed the air slash! I guess that was coming. That was coming. I'm gonna go for a U-turn. Get some baby damage here. I do know that it's Rocky Helmet, and I'm gonna go into Jack. Predicting it. Goes for a Sludge Bomb, which is fine. I get poisoned this time! About time. She's getting some luck here. I want to go for the Rock Slide. Something tells me Togekiss or something is coming in. And I know I'm not faster than this thing. That poison, though. That's awesome. Like, I know that was bad for me, but I'm all good for that. I got 2 flinches in a row. She was bound to get the poison. That was all fine and dandy for me. Like, that's fine. I was expecting a Spore, to be honest, but she did not get it. She did not. I'm hoping to catch that Togekiss off guard here. She might be expecting a Synthesis or some sort of other play. Depending on what she sends in, though, at least I'm going to get a little bit of damage off regardless. If she stays in, that'll be a problem. I should have probably switched. But again, it's not in my best interest to switch. That air slash missing, though, I swear that was actually, that could have done a ton of damage to Morlo. Knowing that it is not Assault Vest or anything like that, it would have done quite a bit. It would have done quite a bit. She does switch. I get a Rock Slide off here. It is super effective, 62%. I get a bunch of HP back. Now, I know I am not faster than I'm going for the Rock Slide. Goes for a Rock Polish as I go for another Rock Slide, and I get a critical hit! Yeah! What's she going for? I'm going for a Synthesis here. Hyper Voice knocks me out. That is alright. Littlefoot goes down with me. Littlefoot goes down with me. And at this point, I think my best play is to go into Jolteon. I have answers for everything on this Mon. Hidden Power Fire, I have Signal Beam, I have Thunderbolt, Thunderbolt for days. That was actually kind of amazing that at turn 22, our first 2 Mons of the match went down together. Now, I'll admit, she took out Gourgeist, but at this point, I don't know if I need Gourgeist. I got some nice damage, though, off on that Auroras, and that definitely mattered. Definitely mattered, because otherwise, I wouldn't have made it. I would not have made it. No. I'm happy I went for the plays I did there. I did get rid of... I don't know if it's a threat, but the Rock Polish Auroras got taken down by Gourgeist. Littlefoot, though, would have just taken out mine. I don't get a kill for the Auroras. Not that I get any of these kills. These kills do not count. I get Jolteon out in the front as she goes for Delta. And, ooh, you're fast. You're fast. I'm gonna go for the signal beam though. Mega Evolution goes off. We do a ton of damage to this thing. Draco Meter though is gonna take me out. I had no choice. I had no choice. We are gonna go into Orochi. And we are gonna go for the... At this point, I think Crunch is the best play. I am going to be able to outspeed this thing no matter what. And I'm alright with that. Delta should be able to go down here. Delta's the biggest threat right now on that team. And if it wasn't for the Toga Kiss, I'd be able to outrage. She does switch, goes into more lull as I go for a Crunch. And I'm getting Rocky Helmet damage. This game is not going my way. I do need to get into Azure. But I need to go into Iago. It's the only play I've got. Spore. Great play. Great play into that. And this means I'm just going to go for a safe switch into Azure. I'm hoping to get a nice play here. That was a great play on her part. Getting that Spore off was fantastic. Now that Gourgeist was gone, she had no worries about it. And Iago can... I don't know if Iago can take a hit per se, but it can do enough to keep itself alive to get out of the sleep. And then I can keep regenerating. Hopefully. Hopefully. That is the key word there, is hopefully. I do have Ice Shard, though, for these two mons, so unless there's an Umbreon Wish, I have the not the luxury, but I have the benefit of having Donphan still to get that Ice Shard off. I do switch into Azure, and she switches into Delta. Oh. You could outspeed me here. I have no choice. Goes for a Roost as I go for a knockoff, which does 35%, meaning I cannot take this thing out. I'm gonna go for a Swords Dance. If I'm gonna make a play, it's now. I am slower. I can take a hit, hopefully. I'm hoping she roosts, to be honest. She Calm Minds as I go for a Swords Dance. Oh, this is not good. I've got no choice. I'm gonna Baton Pass. I think I might get swept here by the Latios. I tried. I think this is where I get swept, though. Tornadus is asleep, and unless this passes on nicely, Hydreigon is going to go down too. But if this all works out, I might be okay here. I don't need Azure, but I am in a very tough position. Very tough position here. She doesn't know what I'm running. She has to attack first. I could be very defensive. She doesn't know. Goes for a Draco Meter. I live on 2! I live on 2! I've got no choice here. I have to go for Crunch. But I am +2 now. That was intense. That was insane. Goes into more lull. I get a Crunch. It does 54%. I have to go for another one. I might be able to take out the Amoonguss here. And if I do, that could be game. That could be game here. What a switch. I don't think she's got priority to handle Orochi at this range. Morlul is definitely gotta switch out if it wants to survive another turn, but she has to sacrifice something. Something is going down to Irachi. And she cannot spore me. It's a good game, and I'm proud to say that even if I do manage to lose this one, we're doing plays, we're doing well. I'm having fun. I'm having a ton of fun here. It is currently 5-4 with a 2% Mew. Wow. This has been a very close match. Her choice is to sack something. Whether it be Morlul, Yuxi can go down, the Togekiss is going to go down, Megalodios will go down. I'm not sure on the Umbreon, but if it switches in, I'm faster than it, so I might be able to take it out too. And she cannot put me to sleep while Tornadus is asleep, which is very nice to know. She's in a very tough position. She lets Morlul go down, and that is a huge threat off my team. And at this point, though, something is going down. But all I have are physical hitters. I've got no choice. If I want to win this game, I have to crunch. Let's go for it. Crunch. I do not knock it out. Gets a defense drop, does foul play me, I'm going to go down. That was probably the biggest mistake of my day. I'm going to admit that 100%. I've got to go into Iago here. I've got to wake up. And I got a U-turn. That was my big misplay of the game. I forgot that Dark resists Dark. And Umbreon is going to be the bane of my existence. She could go for a Wish right now and be full HP again. Or go into her main attacker while I'm asleep. This is not a good position to be in. Mew's at 2%. Donphan's at 2%. I'm going to lose this game. I do not see a way of coming back. I know Donphan's strong. And I know most of her team, all her 3 mons are over, or all 4 of her mons are below 50%. That doesn't mean anything when she's got a Wish passing Artemis. And I've got an asleep Iago, which is bad. This is really bad. So, we're in a bad pickle. We're in a bad pickle. I had no way of getting out of that. I should have switched and sacrificed the Mew, and then I could have come back in and superpowered. But then I would have had to sacrifice Donphan to get in. I don't know. I don't know how I would have... That was definitely the misplay of the game. And that definitely cost me it. For sure. For sure that cost me the game. Not even going to down that. That is just how it goes. All those cool plays and all that great tactic to... I made a huge misplay and I'm regretting that very much right now. I was greedy. I'm going to admit, I was +2. Thought I could do a ton of damage. Could not. I did get the defense drop. So if I can wake up and get this U-turn off, I might get a little bit of damage off on that thing. Otherwise, I'm just toast. I'm going to be toast. I don't know what she's taking her time on, though. This is a pretty easy play. She should foul play. Or Wish. 2 options, 2 very good options while I'm asleep. She could easily try and knock me out, and then I have to sacrifice one of my other 2 mons to regenerate my HP. But at the same point, she could try and take out Iago. Or she could recover Artemis or Wish and know that I'm going to probably have to stay asleep and get Baton past that into another Pokemon and get it up to full HP. Like, if I have to try and flinch stall that Togekiss again, no, go straight into Delta. I am asleep. I am asleep. It is naturally faster than me. I have to go for an Air Slash. Goes for a Roost, which is great. I'm still asleep. This is terrible. I have to go for a U-turn as she goes for a Calm Mind. I wake up. I get a U-turn off. Donphan has to come in. and I have to go for Ice Shard. I have no choice. I have no choice. Donphan's at least going to get another attack off, which is good. I do not knock it out. I do get knocked out here, which is fine. But Iago can come back in here, and it can do a ton of damage here. I did how much with Delta? I did 35%. That was off of a 235, super effective. Will an air slash take you out? No, I'm gonna go for the U-turn. I'm gonna have to sacrifice Mew, but Iago's gonna play this the best he can. Iago is gonna take some damage, but I'll be able to get that regenerator boost back. This is a tough game. I'm not out of this, but it's tough. Goes for a drink. Just one-shots me! Whoa! That is GG to our Lady Eon. There's nothing I can do. Mew has already been proven to be a lot slower than Delta, and that was huge! Great play! Great play! We do go down here. Not a problem. Like I said, I knew right away that me sacrificing the Hydreigon was the misplay of the game. There's no doubt in my mind there. Rubylox takes the game. Fantastic plays. Fantastic game. Again, I still get the 3-0 win regardless of how this match worked out. But it was a very fun, very entertaining match. And again, it worked out in her favor. There's nothing really more I can say. Like I said, I know my misplay of the game was the Hydreigon, and that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out next week where we take on, I think it's Quinn and the Avalogs, who currently have a Mon with over 26 kills. I have to try and take out Mega Metacam next week, so that is going to be entertaining. But with that, I'll catch you guys next week. So until then, time out.